Happy with the way practice has gone this week in preparation for Hamilton?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. The guys seem focused. They're back. A lot of energy. Guys running to the football. Seem extremely focused and trying to hammer back some of the little things to affect the big things.
Are you happy with what you're seeing in terms of guys really trying to focus on the little things, the details that obviously can turn a game on any time?
I don't think you're ever fully happy with it, right? Because there's always room for growth. What you do as a coach is you try and emphasize that and bring those things up when you notice them. Every good teams continue to get better each week at those things, and we need to take a big step this week. You look at the last number of games, just the inconsistencies and up and down of communications. Details of the little things have led to some big mistakes. And, to answer your question, happy with, what I'm seeing on the field this week, but it's got to translate this weekend.
What do you do to shut down a guy like Kenny Lawler?
I've been around Kenny for a long time and, great competitor. He does a lot of things really well. He's elite, route runner, ball skills, all those type of things, and just, a great competitor. I think you've got to be able to, put their offense in situations where that they're gonna, have to throw the ball and force him the football, which is getting them into second and longs, situations. So you got to make sure, you limit, what you can, with him. He's gonna make plays. We got to be able to overcome those.
You've seen him play some pretty incredible games in Winnipeg, but it seems like he's unlocked even another gear this year. Is that what you're seeing from him on tape? Is Kenny Lawler at his best?
Well, Kenny's always, had that ability. It just seems like he's playing very motivated football right now, and his team and teammates are rallying, behind him. It really looks like he's on the same page with Bo, and that trust factor's working for him there.
In terms of your secondary, a couple of guys off to the side today in Kent and Edwards Cooper, what's the likelihood they're going to be able to play this week?
Yeah, we'll see. Everybody's a little nicked up right now, right? That's just the reality of the CFL season, and it's not just us, it's everybody. So we're giving them a couple days. We'll see how they bounce back tomorrow and go from there.
And on a note that's not related to your team, but the big conversation in the league this week was the hit on Dru Brown and whether it should have resulted in an ejection. As a guy who's famously received a hit like that in the past, what's your reaction when you see that happen in a football game?
It's football. Those type of hits happen. I understand, the league and where we're at, trying to protect players and all those type things, and we have to do that, right? But this is pro football, and it's a violent game, and those type of hits happen. I won't speculate on what the ruling should be and those things moving forward. You play quarterback, you're going to get hit like that every once in a while, and you play long enough, those things are going to happen. So, hope Dru's okay. We don't ever want to see anybody get hurt, whether it's a quarterback or anybody. So, I'm sure there's, conversations that'll be had, and, it'll bring, maybe a clearer picture, to what or how things should be handled.
Overall, do you feel like the league is doing enough to protect quarterbacks?
Yeah, that's for the league to look at, this offseason. I believe the league, first and foremost is in heavy favor of player safety, right? So they're going to continue to look at that, and I'm in favor of that as well.
Buck Hamilton, getting back to that, slow starts have plagued this team. Have you been able to figure it out? Do you have any thoughts on it? How this team can get off to a better start?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just where we are mentally. To start the football game, we have to attack out of the gate. When we have to, step on that field, mindset, focus wise of going down and scoring points offensively, getting them off the field, getting takeaways, and special teams, starting the game off with some momentum for us.